have an engine problem. I don't know what it is, but... After 1 year without racing with cars, here, today, I am back with the Formula Predators. And I don't know if you saw it, look at where I am. Mugello. Guys, can you imagine racing with those cars in Mugello? It's gonna be awesome. Many of you probably don't know which cars I'm talking about. I already introduced them in the previous videos, but I'm going to make a quick recap here. So this is probably one of the most, if not the most cheap Formula race car you can race on. It is called Formula Predator, and how it's made, it's equipped with a motorbike engine, Honda Hornet 600 100 horsepower. You don't have the differential, you have like in the go-karts, one rigid axis. I don't know the exact word, but you understood. Motorbike shifter, 6 gears, slick tires. The whole aerodynamic has been developed in the wind tunnel, front wing, rear wing. So it's really a super amazing race car with which you will see some incredible fights. But today I will not be the only one racing here, because apart from the other opponents, there are some special guests, some friends, which today are not gonna be friends. Sarà mio avversario oggi.
Giochi in casa però, eh?
Sì, eh?
Te ne approfitti, te ne approfitti. In moto ti sei tirato indietro.
No, sono esploso, è diverso. Lui è il nostro schiavo oggi, vero?
Lui è il nostro schiavo, dice che vuole farci da coach.
Con le macchine non è che ho esperienza tantissima, però basta poco per fare da coach. Alberto non è capace di vivere, quindi...
Sono tipo le 7:45 del mattino, devo montare 1 miliardo di telecamere sulla macchina. And apart from Andrea, you also have Joe Mercorillo, which you probably saw in previous videos, and Gilles, the brother of Andrea. But look at the conditions. We have this. It's not wet. It's not even dry. Shit. This weekend nothing worked. Apart from the broken engine that... Wait. You didn't know about that yet. Sorry. Just a little spoiler, but you're going to find out in a few minutes. Apart from that, all the cameras decided not to work. In race 1, the upper camera froze. So the last lap was filmed with this shitty crap backup camera, which is better than nothing. The GoPro that was filming my face froze 4 times during the race, and I had to reboot it on the straight. The GoPro behind in race 2 didn't film. I lost 1 GoPro, and then sometimes the microphone of the camera didn't work. It's not wet, it's not even dry, and it's 9 AM in the morning. So with slick tires.
Sarà divertente, direi, perché mi hanno detto che non è né da bagnato né da asciutto.
No, è da muro. Mugello. I've never been here with the car, and it's always lovely to drive here. Wow. So yeah, the track is actually wet, and we're driving with slicks, so it's going to be horrible. As you can see, I'm driving the Napoli car. Yeah, it's a joke. I don't know if you know it, but the football team of Napoli has the same color of this car, which is actually the same color as the Italian national football team. Maybe that's what they inspired to, considering the Italian flag. Okay, you choose whether you prefer Napoli or you prefer the national football team. Siamo campioni del mondo. Do you remember 2006? Ha! Oh my god. By the way, that's undrivable. It looks like driving on ice. Really undrivable. I also had a strange feeling, but let's wait. It's not working. Look at that. Look at how easily they pass me. I'm also fighting with the setup because the front is super hard. And when you don't have grip, the front is hard, it gets even worse. So the problem is that when I try to get to the corner, the car immediately starts to understeer and it doesn't steer. So I lose ages waiting for the car to turn, and then when I push the throttle and it starts to oversteer, boom, it's super violent. It's undrivable. The setup is horrible for these conditions. Which are actually the same condition that we have in Turkey in the Formula 1 GP. Same conditions, like driving on ice. Exactly the same. Hey mom, look at this! I'm like Bottas in Turkey. Guys, it doesn't make sense to drive like this. Let's go back to the pit lane. Non va il motore.
Cosa?
Non va. Mi passano tutti sul dritto.
Del dritto?
Sì.
Mettiamo
Cioè, il rumore, fa un rumore, gracchia come la macchinetta del caffè. Ok, fa quel rumore sporco e non allunga. Cioè io in quinta non arrivo neanche a finire i giri e non mi chiede neanche la sesta.
Vieni fuori.
Com'è andata Zoppettino?
Non va il motore.
Cioè?
Non va. Avrò 20 cavalli in meno, 10 cavalli in meno.
Eri lento rispetto agli altri nel finire.
Sì, è la roba più inguidabile come guidatore. Not good. We have an engine problem. I don't know what it is, but everyone was passing me on the straight, and when I exited from Bucine, they were passing me in third and fourth gear. I mean, usually you pass with the trail. I mean, at the end of the straight, not at the beginning of the straight. So it means there's something wrong with the engine. They're checking it out to see what's wrong. And the worst thing of all, apart from the engine, is that you have a different grip during the whole lap, which is not due just to the track condition, but it's also due to the tires. Because at the end of the straight, the tires get cold, the front tires, so you have no grip. You try to turn and it doesn't turn. Then in turn 2 and 3, they start to warm up, and then from turn 4 on, they are warm. So it's super hard, really. Then it's out of tow. I mean, the steer is quite not straight. They're checking the engine to see what's wrong with it. Not good.
Com'è stato il primo trauma?
Una figata pazzesca, bellissimo.
Quante volte vi siete girati?
Io sempre.
Io
Io
tutti
6
i
giri,
giri.
6 giri. Sempre la stessa curva, dico cazzo. Non
Quale,
imparo.
quale?
Alla 2. Fuori dalla
Non, lì il grip è inesistente.
Sì, proprio sempre.
Io una volta, dai.
Vabbè, buono.
Io cerco il limite, invece voi andate piano.
Nessuno è arrivato all'arrabbiata, si è messo di taglio.
No! L'hai perso alla
verso il muro, però poi siete
L'hai
tre.
sbinnata all'arrabbiata. No!
Sono salvato in calcio d'angolo.
No!
Lì sì.
So the setup change that you saw there, it was about the front suspensions. So they softened the front suspension and the front anti-roll bar because the front was too stiff. Okay, it was like having no suspensions. So every time I tried to find the grip, I had no grip. So massive understeer. And every time I lost the rear, it was boom, super violent, impossible to control. And that made the car undrivable. You saw I spun the first time I lost it. So we changed that. We changed the one part of the engine, and now I hope it works. Yes! Finally! Either it's dry or it's wet. Not the shit like it was before. Now we have some rain, and finally the track is wet. So, 10 minutes to go. They need to hurry to change tires, and we go with full wet. That's my friend Andrea. Okay, I will pass him and I'll show him some lines. I forgot about the engine. It seems that that part of the engine that we changed didn't change anything. So, bye bye. See you tomorrow. Adios.
Oh, io lo dico sempre, non va un cazzo.
Era fermo, era fermo. La moto, il motore non va.
Siete dei veri uomini.
Ecco adesso.
Poi scambiamo le macchine per le qualifiche. Che dite?
Guarda, se vuoi me ne puoi anche dare una in più. Siamo in 3 e ti diamo 3 scopole, 4 con Gil.
Cambiamocela.
Cambiamocela. Quante cazzate impressionanti.
You have seen it. The engine is dead, really. I couldn't even put the 6th gear. I mean, I use the 6th gear because I know I have it, but I could even not use it. And in Mugello, not having the engine is a disaster. The problem is that we have no time to change it, so I will do the qualifying with the broken engine, and I will try to lower the damages. The other big problem is the setup. The problem is that I cannot steer. I mean, I steer, but I have no grip in the front, so the car doesn't turn. So I have to brake a lot. I have to slow the car down a lot. And that makes me lose speed, which I cannot recover because I don't have the engine. So it's a disaster. I mean, Azzori went in the Casanova like not flat, but almost. While I had to brake and downshift 1 gear. Allora, la prima cosa che ti voglio dire è fai schifo.
Grazie.
Perché hai dato 4 secondi al secondo, a me ne hai dati 16, di cui 16, di cui 6 sono di motore, abbiamo appurato per motore ma
quello fa schifo.
Ah, sono venuto a vedere, cioè si possono dire i segreti del setup nel
Sì,
video?
tanto.
Aperta di convergenza.
Aperta, no, di campanatura, convergenza neutra.
Ah, quindi tanto campanata.
Esatto, campanata.
In realtà ho scoperto
Bravo.
qual è il segreto. Gli ho detto, ma mi fai vedere le molle davanti? Le abbiamo viste, c'ha una molla rotta. Quindi probabilmente è per quello che riesce a fare.
È quello che mi permette di andare pieno.
You really can't drive that like that. Impossible. So now we will try to extremize the setup to give me a lot more grip in the front. It doesn't matter if I lose the rear, at least I control the car. Because I can control the oversteer, but I can't control the understeer. Now, before going to the qualifying, here I have the new model of the Predator PC15. If you already know from the previous videos, we have the Predator PC10, which is the old version, and we have the PC15, which is the new version. This is the upgrade of the PC15. This car is not anymore equipped with the Honda Hornet 600 engine, but it's equipped with the Yamaha MT-09 engine. We have 15 more horsepower, so not that much, but the big difference is in the torque. As soon as you slam on throttle, you have much more torque, much more push at the low RPM. So next year, the old PC15 and the new PC15 will be racing together. Obviously, the older one, being less powerful, will have a separate classification. And this car in particular, it will not be used during races, but it was installed for fun, and I will try it for fun. It has the DRS. Look at this. With a button on the steering wheel, you can change the rear wing to go faster on the straight. And as soon as you brake, it goes back to normal. Exactly like Formula 1 DRS. This is amazing. Now, I'm going to put the suit back on to try this car. And after that, I will go to qualifying. The sound! I love it! Obviously we have a virtual safety car, so yeah, I will wait. Come on. Come on. I wanna push. Come on. Come on. Green flag! Yippee! Whoa, it's so strange when you open the DRS. You feel the car getting a bit lighter and a little bit wiggling. I never had that feeling before. Wow. awesome. Comparing to the old version with the 600, you feel way much more the higher torque. Of course, I'm comparing this car to a broken engine, so the gap is even higher, but I remember how a good engine pushes, and this is way more aggressive. I'm also noticing that here the setup is good. In this car, it's good. I can drive it. Another virtual safety car. Okay, session is over. But wow, guys, this car is awesome. It's really a big step forward comparing to the old one. You really feel the difference with this engine. Okay, back to my car. I will do the qualifying with the broken engine. There was no way to fix it. So let's do what I can. The setup change is good because now as soon as I brake and start to steer, the car corners. Okay, so I have grip now. The problem is that it's good as soon as I am entering the corner, but when I release the brake, I suddenly lose grip in the front. So I either have to keep braking where I should be accelerating, which is not good, or I have to wait for the car to turn. So first part of the corner good, second part bad. And here in Mugello, it's so important to get early on the throttle. But you see, with this engine, it doesn't even make sense to... Yeah, that's it. I will just make one lap to set a lap time and not to start last. And we'll see how it goes. What a disaster. Guys, 10 seconds per lap from the first. It doesn't make sense at all, because last year, on wet, I was starting second with just 1 second from Azzori. And today, 11th with 10 seconds from Azzori. Okay, 4 to 5 seconds, it's just about the engine, but the other 5 to 6 are about setup and driving. And today, with this icy track, if the setup is not good, it's undrivable. Exactly like the Formula 1 in Istanbul, where there were drivers that were 7 seconds per lap slower than the first. That's exactly the same. But that's it. You know, what really matters is the race. And tomorrow, the race is gonna be dry and with the new engine. I will have to make a good comeback. And it's not gonna be easy, because this year, the level got pretty higher than last year. But guys, get ready, because in the next video, you're gonna see a wonderful, crazy race.